Um,
I liked them.
I loved them, but I wish we.
Did you actually? Because
Yeah.
originally,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how I felt about them. Originally, I was trying to do hockey jerseys, and I had it set up, dude. The BOTA logo would be a perfect stitch. The
Well, show
original
me
BOTA
the. Well,
logo.
show. Did you set it up as a hockey jersey? Because if you did, then show me. Because I love hockey jerseys. But I liked
Yeah.
the baseball design of it. It looked really good.
Zach, do you like hockey?
No, hockey is a fucking decrepit sport. Hockey doesn't belong in fighting doesn't belong in hockey, and I almost ate this battery. So let's do this.
Okay. Who's hosting this week? Who wants it?
Who hosted last week?
You.
All right. Well, it's not gonna be Chris because he's eating a fruit by the foot. So James, I can you.
Aye, Captain. Zach, did you get through the entire episode last week, by the way?
I didn't get to listen to it yet. No.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry. I've been dealing with custody battle. So.
Anyway, talk about that when we're not live on YouTube.
My dad. My cat.
Oh.
With who?
Oh, my mom. She thinks because all her cats come downstairs and she cut a hole. That cat hole in my door, right? Well, he goes upstairs and eats. So I'm like, okay, well, why am I putting a food bowl down here? He eats upstairs. Like, he knows to go upstairs. If I put a food bowl down here, then he's gonna get confused. Like, it's just stupid.
And how does that make you feel?
Anyways, so she's like, you don't take care of him, so when you move out, he's mine. I go, nope, I literally have the ownership papers.
Ooh, how bizarre.
Is that a Chevy 69?
All right, that's good there. How bizarre. All right, let's get this fucking going. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm on the wrong tab. All right, now let's get it going. God. Recorded the cloud. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another amazing episode of the BOTAcast. I'm going to be your host this week, James. Good start off the bat. I am joined by Zach and Chris. Gentlemen, how are we doing today?
Hanging in there, thread by thread.
Zach, how you doing?
Ditto.
Zach, how are you doing?
I already answered, but you ignored me.
I didn't hear you. I
Yeah.
think the audience would like to hear you.
I didn't hear you either, and I'm deaf, so...
The audience doesn't really care. It's okay.
Wow, how bizarre. Ain't nobody gonna break my stride. Okay, the only, I guess, real big news before we deep dive into week 13, which turned out to be an amazing week, by the way. Because I remember last episode we were looking at it. Chris and I were both like, yeah, this doesn't look like a great slate. Turned out to be real fun. Dave Dombrowski, who was a hurts the heart. Jesus Christ, words are going to be tough today. Has signed on as the Phillies GM. Now, I was texting Hirsch about this, our Philly fan, our favorite Philly fan. Oh, awkward. One of our favorite Philly fans. And he said he compared Dave Dombrowski to Coke. When the highs are super high and the lows are super fucking low.
He'll also mess your salary cap up for the next 10 years.
Like Coke.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Dombrowski is cocaine.
So if I guess exactly pertaining to Coke here, that if you're looking for that high right away, you might be a great fit for Philly, but you have to be prepared for about 2 years of lows.
Gonna be rough. Well, that's what I talked to Hirsch about. I told him, I was like, great. He's gonna win you a title. He's gonna win a title in Philadelphia. I can almost promise that.
Mm-hmm.
But the long-term ramifications.
Yeah, it's gonna cause a lot of stress.
Yeah.
On the office and the team. But if you're one of those teams, which I think is especially relevant in Boston because we've seen it firsthand the last couple of years, where you sell off everything to win a championship. And if that's what Philly needs, then go for it. He's your guy.
Yeah, I mean, spot the lie. It's a great statement there, Chris. Zach, I know you're not a big baseball guy, but you have any thoughts on this one before we get into football?
I'm just curious why Philly is the team that signed him, seeing as though his track record, like Chris said. I mean, I feel like a team that would need to sign him is a team that has not won in a long time.
I mean, Philly really hasn't won in a long time.
Right, but
2010.
they're an up
Yeah.
and coming team, and they have a lot of talent that they've built around. Bryce obviously is there.
JT Realmuto.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I guess he's your guy if you want to go get a couple of other stars or maybe an ace in the rotation or something like that and just fill up the spot, go big, and then obviously go home 2 years later. So I don't know.
Right. Fair enough. All right. You guys ready for some week 13?
It was back to what you said earlier. It
Oh.
was kind of a wild week.
We're past that, Chris. We don't talk about this anymore.
Well, we're heading into it, right?
Yeah, no, fair. Okay. It stared at me. First game right on the block. I was shocked. You were shocked. You were shocked. The Browns went into Tennessee, and this was not as close as the scoreline states, but 41-35. Wow. Like I genuinely thought with the Browns missing so many pieces all over the board and Baker's inconsistencies, we wouldn't see anything. Baker just turned it on to fucking 11. The defense stepped the fuck up. Even Anderson Dejo had a play. Yeah. It was amazing.
Well, do you think it has something to do with, really the Browns, this is their first push towards I want to say playoff run, but it's almost a deep playoff run.
Yeah, I mean, I remember
how long.
I remember talking about it and saying that I thought the Browns were a team built to sneak into the playoffs. I think we all set them at their ceiling at 10 wins.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we're looking at a potential like 11, 12 win Browns team, depending on what happens over the next 3, and then the Steelers game to round it off.
Yep.
Tennessee, though, I think that's the story on the other side, is they just look like they fell apart. Was it out-coached, or what do you think, Zach?
I don't really know if they were out-coached. I wouldn't say that they were out-coached. I would just say that, I don't know. I feel like this is the Tennessee. This is the Tennessee Titans this year. I mean, they had a really good stretch in the beginning, and then they've just been really inconsistent. I mean, I just think it stems from, I don't know. I think they're losing their identity on offense, if that makes sense.
In
what
way? Because of limiting Henry, or?
I think it's a little bit of the fact that they're not using Derrick Henry as much as they did in the beginning of the year. In that I think teams are figuring it out where we need to limit Derrick Henry in the first half, because I feel like the Titans rely on Henry in the first half to really establish that ground game, and then they go play action the second half. So if they have that, if they're going Derrick Henry run first, run heavy the first 2 quarters, and you're able to stop that, then you have a really good chance of beating them, because I feel like that they're very predictable as far as what they go with for an offensive scheme, no matter who they're playing.
Valid.
I feel like they're a very go with your guns kind of team.
Stick to what you know.
No, we know what we're good at. We're gonna stick with it. It's gotten them this far, but I mean, I feel like good teams that know how to coach around it have no problem. I mean, look at the Browns this week. I mean, Kevin Stefanski has had a wonderful year coaching. I think that looking at that team that the Titans have built, they figured it out. I mean, it's obvious to see what they've got going on. So yeah, I think it's pretty much that.
I think we got to dive deeper though, because I mean, looking at the stats, I think it really does have to play with Henry as the biggest concern, because Tannehill did not have a terrible day. 389 for 3,
right,
with 1 interception, and I mean, so at that point you're saying, well, their offense can put up points. Tannehill's throwing for touchdowns. So really, what is the Titans' biggest strength, which is Derrick Henry?
I wouldn't look at this game. I wouldn't look too much into his stat line this game, because I really think by the middle of the fourth quarter, the Browns are we're up 45-10 or whatever. So I feel most of that was garbage
so they were garbage time. Yeah,
I feel like most of that was garbage time, because I feel like by the end of the third quarter, the Browns are we won this game. It doesn't matter how many more points we give up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Then I'm sure that they expected to give up the amount of points that they did, but
Mhm. Well,
I
still,
wasn't-
it doesn't change the fact that Derrick Henry being limited is Tennessee's downfall.
well, but yeah, that's what happened to them last season too. I mean, it's the same thing. I think, they. I wouldn't even say it's their downfall. I just think it's how they use him specifically, because they can win games and Derrick Henry doesn't need to be a factor. It's they solely rely on him the first 2 quarters of every single game. Like he pops off and then it just, you go off play action and then you pass. Like Tannehill's been really good with the Titans. I just think that, Vrabel needs to understand that, oh, wait, we can pass in the first half? That's a thing?
What?
What?
Crazy.
What?
I'm actually looking at the insights here, and there are some big insights. Like Myles Garrett has had 10 plus sacks in 3 straight seasons. The only Cleveland player since 1982 when they became an official stat. And then like Corey Davis has 100 plus receiving yards for the 4th time this season, 2 games and whatever.
Yeah, Corey Davis is having a good year.
Yeah, right. We're
really
talking
happy
about the
for him.
inconsistencies with him
Yes.
too, but all of a sudden he's bouncing.
I mean, like when they drafted him, I was like, all right, this kid's pretty good, and he had that really good game when the Patriots played the Titans the first time. I think it was probably the divisional round, but yeah, he had a really good game. I was like, all right, this kid could be really good, and then absolutely nothing for the next 2 years, and then they brought Tannehill along. I mean, not only do I think Tannehill revived his career in Tennessee, I think he's resuscitated that offense, and not only that, but Corey Davis specifically. I mean, I think he's like 11th in receiving yards this season.
I could take a look at that. I'll figure that out in the
I was looking at
meantime.
the Pro Bowl stats. I think he's like 11th or 12th or something like that. And this is a guy who you consistently say, oh, he's probably going to get maybe 2 catches like every game, maybe.
Right.
He's had a really good season so far, and I think it's a real confidence builder. I would expect him to have a bigger season next year. I hope.
He is 18th.
He's 18th. Okay, so he's farther down. All right, well,
Still
15 yards per
impressive.
catch, though.
right. He's been their big chunk. He's been their big play guy.
Yeah.
Been their big passing play guy. Yep.
All right, I think we've talked enough about this. I don't want to stroke my Baker dick too much, but my man's. We'll see what he does on Monday night. Man, the game, the cover 0. Fucking, I don't know. I that's the only thing you can talk about with this. The Jets had it in hand. Greg Williams was like, I want Trevor Lawrence, but I don't want to have a job. I guess it wouldn't even matter if Greg Williams had a defensive coordinator, but he's like, yeah. So Jets end up losing 28-31 to the Raiders.
Yeah.
There's nothing to even say about it. That's a classic Jets move, but you also do have your defensive coordinator tied there. Like, what the hell is he supposed to do? They would have fired him either way. If they got Trevor Lawrence,
anyone
they would
in deep coverage against one of the fastest receivers in the league.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you're right, Chris. I mean, I think their mantra right now is losing, although they won't come out outright and admit that. I mean, Adam Gase has said he's fucked up developing Sam Darnold. Shock. And I think they're just in the mode of lose and reset. And they're just losing very obviously. They're not like trying to hide the fact that they're tanking.
Yeah, I don't think they need to. But what I was gonna say, I don't think there's ever been like specifically one play in any coach's history that's gotten them immediately fired. Like, I feel like this is like one of the times I
can't think of anything.
Right. This is definitely like something we need to roll on, like on the comment section. Has there ever been a play that's gotten a coach just like immediately fired? Just gone. Doesn't matter what the circumstances was, the actual play can't. Because that was probably like, that is up there as far as the dumbest calls in all time, like all time. And like I'm like putting it up there with that stupid 4th and 1 Colts fake punt bullshit.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're gonna move on.
Yes, we know you don't, James.
Oh, that was a fun chat day.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Jacksonville, Minnesota. Minnesota won that one narrowly. Jacksonville keeps keeping these games close. I'm not really sure why.
Mhm.
The Bengals got in a fist fight with Miami. That was fun. Xavier Howard, I think. That was a great time.
Xavier Howard, Tyler Boyd got thrown out.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Who's Tyler Boyd to try to start fights? I don't think I think I would like a toddler against Tyler Boyd.
I don't know. I don't know what that whole deal was. I just think that
There was something about I can't remember which way it was, but I think it was like I think it was Bengals players stepping on Dolphins.
it might have been. Like I said, I don't know.
I'd have to look at it again.
That seems like the shtick.
Either way, moving on.
Although, where's Dominican Sue?
It was a throwback day. That's why they wanted to really commemorate. The Colts end up beating the Houston Texans 26-20. Was that on a last-second deal too? Or was that a last drive type of thing? 'Cause I know Deshaun Watson was wiped after it, but because there was that whole clip of him and Ty. I didn't actually see this one.
At whoever the fuck tried to come at us, Houston Texans fan bullshit. Deshaun
Fuck
Watson
you.
does not deserve this. He has the second most passing yards in the league, and he's what, like 2-12 right now?
4-8.
4-8 still.
Might as fucking well be 2-12.
Might as well be 2-12.
Actually, no, fuck it. You're probably better off being 4-8 because that pick you have doesn't mean shit. If you're 2-12, at least you're in a position in the draft. 4-8, cool.
Mhm.
Sitting somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, the Texans are only one game out of leading the NFC East.
That's the new bar we're gonna use.
Yeah, it's great.
Dude, crucial. All right. Actually, before I even talk about the Texans receivers, nobody will ever be able to predict who they are using, the Colts, are using as running back week in and week out. And that is arguably the best part of it. Like, they have a beast in Jonathan Taylor, they have a beast in Nyheim Hines, and they have a beast in Jordan Wilkins.
Mhm.
The three of them, you don't know which one's going to get more carries, but either way, no matter who you put out there, they're going to get the yards.
Yeah, but one of them is hot on any given day, and that is terrifying.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like attractive, and I was like, weird, but all right, let's roll with it. Yeah, no, you're right. And it's not like they're riding a cold hand at any given point. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's nuts because, as a Jonathan Taylor fantasy owner, it's real fun trying to figure out which fucking game they're going to use him in. But I mean, it's good though because you have three different types of running backs that you can utilize on any given day, and I think it's really good for Phillip Rivers because he's not the same quarterback anymore. I mean, he still throws the football like he's trying to hit a bullseye in darts, but does he not?
He does.
Yeah.
It's accurate. I just had to picture it for a second. No,
yeah.
you're right.
Yeah, I mean, he literally does this. Like, it's the fucking over the shoulder. Weird.
Look at the flick of the wrist.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, he's used to that kind of like prototypical like satellite back anyways, and I feel like he's got a little bit in all three of them, but he's also got that, that shifty power back type. I think Wilkins fits that more, but I like the three-headed monster. I mean, I feel like it's like a Patriots look almost.
Yeah, valid. I mean, the Patriots are definitely a team we'll end up talking about when we get there, but you're right. It's just, like you said, you don't really know who's coming out of the backfield, and it's that level of surprise is great for their, young-ish offense. I think Phillip Rivers kind of tilts that scale pretty heavy.
Yeah.
But it works for him. I mean, in the long run, the element of surprise is probably it's really shaking things up for those defenses.
How old is T.Y. Hilton now? 31, 32?
At least 6.
At least 6. Love the I hate the math, but you're not wrong with the number.
Gotta respect it.
Respect.
T.Y. Hilton.
I think he's 31.
He is 31, huh? Nail, head, boom.
I got my nail, I got my head.
On the other side of the ball, shout out to fucking Kiki Kuti in the booty for fucking 141 yards on 8 receptions. A dude who was borderline irrelevant last week. Fucking Will Fuller, bye-bye. Guess what? Kiki Kuti.
Mm-hmm.
Insane. And Chad Hansen, I don't know who the fuck that is, but 101 yards. Way to go.
On 5, yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it clearly the Texans are just in that spot where Watson can throw, the receivers can catch, they just can't find the end zone.
Defense probably can't hold up as well either. I mean,
That too, yeah.
it's a reoccurring thing. I still think Deshaun Watson needs weapons to get out of Houston, but it's he's a franchise guy wherever he's going to go, and he can make any of these receivers. I don't think Kiki Kuti is a guy on any other team that's going to be a star, but with Deshaun Watson under center, yes. Good input. Okay. Detroit sneaks one out against Chicago, 34-30. ATL falls to New Orleans. Drew Brees should be back this week. We'll talk about that when it comes time. The big shocker of the week, the Seahawks fell to the Giants.
Yeah. Does anyone have anything to say about that?
Not in the slightest. Shocked. Rocked to my core. Colt McCoy.
That's all.
And he only went 105 for 1.
Okay, yeah, but you have to understand for a Giants fan, that's like, Brady throwing 5 touchdowns in Super Bowl 51, right? So
yeah, put it into perspective, Jesus Christ.
Legendary performances of all time by a quarterback. Tom Brady, any Super Bowl, Mike Glennon, that game specifically.
What? Who the fuck talking about Mike Glennon?
Sorry, I didn't mean Mike Glennon. I meant Colt McCoy. Sorry. I don't know why I had Mike Glennon.
I was going to say something. I thought I'd just let him go off.
You watch your mouth.
Stuck in my head. But yeah, Colt McCoy. Good job.
Yeah, so the Seahawks, I mean, what do you even do after taking a loss like that?
You got to rebound because they've taken a couple weird losses already this year, and they cannot
quit the season or have someone contract COVID. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, honestly, when you lose to the Giants, who are literally, are they tied for first in their division?
Who, the Giants or the Seahawks?
Giants.
Yes.
The Giants are technically in first place.
Yeah, but in the worst division in football right now?
The NFC least, baby.
I don't even know it. I'd say quit the season.
I'd say quit the season.
Cancel the season.
Cancel the season. Okay. I can't believe you've done this.
The Rams beat the Cardinals 38-20. 38-28. Cardinals, once again, we don't know what team we're getting out there day by day.
Yeah, Cardinals are a weird team this year. I thought that offense would be fire, but they haven't been able to sustain.
I'm going to start getting back on my Cliff Kingsbury's a fucking bum takes. On my bullshit.
Yeah, they have the weapons out there for to have both units be really good, but
here we are.
It's the Kyler Murray show, and he's not. I don't think he's ready to actually take over.
Control. Plug it in and turn me on. Are you so happy you joined in for this podcast, Zach?
Yes, I am. I'm very happy. I'm just looking for something really quickly.
A rope. All right. So next game on the block was another one that the score line just shocked the fuck out of me. 45-0. Patriots beat the Chargers. What? Fire Anthony Lynn. Get him out. All right. Points of this game. Cam Newton didn't do shit.
Oh, absolutely nothing. Let's make that known now.
Run the ball. 2, special teams is important. It is the forgotten third of any game plan. But
yeah, Bill Belichick, special teams are always the best.
But what would you, 2 scores off special teams?
Blocked field goal and a punt return. Yep. Devin McCourty with the score. I sat defense this week. They scored 31 points in fantasy. It's the fucking principle!
Okay.
So Jarrett Stidham got in. We saw him a couple times look decent. Cam Newton.
What did he throw? Three passes for a touchdown?
3 passes, a touchdown, 61 yards. Cam Newton threw 19 times, 12 of which were completed for 69 nice yards and a touchdown.
The guy can't throw. He can't throw. He's on his back foot. He looks like he's trying to I have no clue. It looks like when For all my baseball fans out there, sorry, my eye's super itchy. You know when you're warming
To
up
all
on the
my
field
baseball fans, I apologize for my
for
eyes
my
being
eye,
itchy. Now
but
leave.
now when you're warming up on the field and you don't want to just gun it right away, so you're just doing lob balls from like, first to second base to start.
Yeah.
That is how Cam Newton currently throws, but not even like that. He does it like when you're messing around, like when you're just getting ready to start putting some heat on the ball, where you just stand on your back foot and throw. That is literally how Cam Newton throws, and it's embarrassing.
Every time I watch Cam Newton throw, all I'm thinking is he's probably just repeating in his head, "Hey, you watch film? Yeah, watch this." Every time, and he fucks.
That's gonna be the glory clip he shows his grandchildren.
I know. Yeah, remember that? And then
Really did.
his highest high is him recognizing that Clay Matthews knew the route, and then his lowest low is
Everything
fumbling
else.
the ball in Super Bowl 50.
Oh yeah, not going for the fumble. Yeah.
Yeah, that's brutal.
See, the
All right,
funny
you guys-
thing for me though is
Yeah.
real quick.
No, yeah, go
just
ahead. Take your
I
time.
mean, Jarrett Stidham goes 2 for 3 for 61 yards here, but then Cam Newton goes to the bench and makes Stidham dab.
No, that was Allen, wasn't it? Or not Allen.
Jake Bailey.
Jake Bailey. Thank you.
Was it Bailey? It doesn't
Yeah.
matter the case. Like, dude, come on.
Don't make me dab. God damn it.
He knows he's not having a good year, so he might as well have fun with it. Fuck.
Yeah, it's a fair point, but I
Shit.
mean, it just looks like he doesn't even want to try to throw the ball.
No, I just think he can't anymore. I think he's nursing an injury. I think that's what most people don't understand. Like, he's 100% injured. He's on the injury report like every week, starting like week 5, but no one seems to pay attention to it.
Half our team is on the injury report every single
Okay,
week.
yes, but when you're throwing a ball and you have broken ribs, it don't work very well. All right, gee,
Is that
think about
confirmed?
this shit. Yeah, he's got hip and rib injuries going on. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Any more points about the Patriots before we move on?
It was very shocking for them to shut the Chargers out, but defense was on fire. Special teams was on fire.
Bill Belichick hates rookie quarterbacks.
Also that.
He hates them. What do you mean?
Yeah, he beats the fuck out of them every time.
Oh, yes.
historically.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
He's got to welcome to the league somehow, right?
Spanking.
But yeah, the Pats play tonight, so we'll see if they can keep that momentum.
We're not there yet, Chris. God damn
I'm
it.
just saying.
We're not there yet. Don't
Pats played
fucking-
last night.
Don't jump the gun. Don't launch your horses or whatever the fuck the saying is.
Well, this will be released tomorrow, so the Pats play yesterday, and
Fuck.
they did great. I hope
The Pats did it all.
that's all we got for
Lost.
you.
One? Okay. The the Eagles went into Green Bay, lost 16-30. Wentz finally got pulled, and we saw some meaningful snaps for Jalen Hurts. Points about this. It was great seeing him in. I'm an Oklahoma fucking stan, so I'm going to stand by anyone that comes through that school, but it's a Band-Aid on a bullet hole. Putting Jalen Hurts in doesn't fix every issue that the Eagles has. It fixes one. You're not ignoring the fact that their line is awful, their secondary is awful, and relies on the heavy weight of oh my god, I almost said it, but Slay carrying them week in and week out. Their linebacking core is atrocious. Their receiving core has a bunch of burners, but no one that can run a true route. So cool, you got Jalen Hurts, and be excited about that because he's going to be a star. The kid's drive and work ethic is amazing. Other
But
than
he's
that,
not going to fix everything.
no.
Yeah.
He'll give you some exciting points, something to look forward to, but
Mm-hmm.
he's not the answer.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But I mean, Philly couldn't have gone into this game thinking that they'd, knock the boots off Green Bay either. So
Whoa,
why
knock
not
the boots
put
off? Watch,
no the
watch
boots
your
off,
mouth, Christopher. Jeez.
But I think it's about time Hurts is in because Wentz is just. I don't know if saying he's worse by the week is the right statement here, but he's bad.
Oh, that's a fair statement.
No, it is. In fact, it's a very fair statement. It's just been a steady decline down.
I think the the magnification of how bad he gets every week is even worse because of the division they're in. Like they have a chance to run away with it if they get good quarterbacking play from Carson Wentz, because he is the only quarterback in that division that stayed a starter, didn't get hurt. The Giants went through what, 3 quarterbacks this season? The Cowboys went through
3.
5.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they went Daniel Jones, and then they had someone else in there for 1 week, and then obviously they had Colt McCoy and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The Cowboys had like 5 different quarterbacks. Washington had 3, I believe. They went with Dwayne and then Kyle Allen, and who got hurt, and then Alex Smith came back. So the only team that didn't have a change at quarterback, the most consistent quarterback play, or I shouldn't say that, the most consistent quarter. I don't even know how to word that. Like,
Most consistent playing time at quarterback.
yeah. I mean, I guess they're the only team that didn't have a change at quarterback because of an injury or other circumstances.
Which is weird to say for Wentz because, I mean, history.
Right. No, I know. I mean,
Now, do you think the Eagles are kicking themselves in the ass for not keeping Foles now?
no, because
No.
Foles doesn't look good either. So,
Well, I mean, he was with the Eagles for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, in
No,
the
no,
playoffs.
right.
other
But
than
what I'm
that-
saying is, like, right now he doesn't look good.
Yeah,
He's not doing so
but
hot.
what could have been?
Probably
what could have been?
a similar outcome.
So we're going to move on off of that. Congratulations to Aaron Rodgers for being the fastest to 400. Glad you're a longtime listener, Aaron. Thank you. Appreciate you. Stay tuned for Is the World Flat with Aaron Rodgers.
Enjoy
Next
those
game on the
overinflated
clock.
balls.
The Broncos fall to the Chiefs 16-22. And Drew Lock, good God. It's not even, I don't even know if
They're
it's like
just
a
not
1
having
week.
luck finding a quarterback after.
So here's my
I don't know what
question.
else to say at this point.
If you're John Elway, and pretend like you're not, because you're not going to draft a 6'5" white guy in the fucking first 3 picks. Pretend like you're drafting for the Broncos.
All right.
Or what are you going to do this offseason? Let's put it that way, to go for the Broncos, because I have thoughts.
Well, here's my quick fix that's probably going to help them.
Yeah.
I walk up to John Elway, I hand him a helmet and say, "Get out there, dumbass. You want a 6'5" white quarterback? Get the fuck out there and play."
This thing, dude. He loves tall white guys.
Literally, I don't know what it is. Brock Osweiler. I mean, even Peyton Manning. I mean, he wasn't as tall as John Elway, but with the 5 head, it adds like 10 extra inches. So there you go.
He's nice.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I don't know what his like thing is for that prototypical like big white boy quarterback. I don't get it.
I mean, Simeon, him, or Locke, Simeon,
Yeah.
Osweiler. It's just fucking awful.
Yeah, it's brutal. I mean, they have not hit on a quarterback in a long time.
No, and it's a goddamn shame because you look what they put around him, barring Melvin Gordon, who actually had a good game this week.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
Noah Fant's great. Tim Patrick has been low-key, sneaky great. KJ Hamler, you know I'm a big fan of. And then Jerry Jeudy, who is one of the best receivers in this draft, has looked like a fucking nobody.
Yeah, he has. That's true.
Like, if you watch his routes, it's not like it's Jerry Jeudy doing anything. Jerry Judy's getting separation. He's being overthrown or underthrown.
Yeah.
And it's awful.
It's terrible because that definitely regresses you as a a pass catcher, because like you're like, am I doing something wrong? Then it gets into your head and then you're fucked. So
Right.
I hope for his sake that he gets a quarterback that's at least reliable to get the ball to him within a somewhat of a tight window. But
All right, you want to hear my big brain? Hear James's big brain moments? What's going to happen?
yeah, what's happening?
They trading. I'm going to say they end up packaging a deal with Von Miller and a pick for Carson Wentz and or Matt Stafford.
Okay, Matt Stafford maybe.
I could see
They're still going to want a high price tag on Carson.
Yeah, they still want, I mean, what, he was 1-2, right?
Who?
First round, second pick overall, right?
Wentz?
Yeah.
Maybe. I think so.
I think he
I'd
was.
have to look that up. I'll go back.
They, for some reason, people still hold that value over your head when you're looking for a trade or something like that. Because yes, he was in the running for MVP. That was
Ooh,
2 years
good
ago.
call. Second pick, 2016.
Yeah. I know. What I'm talking about.
Oh fuck, that's hot.
Yeah, but
Ah.
I just they're I feel like they're gonna ask way more than they should be, and I feel like teams are gonna be smart and not pay that.
Mhm.
I hope.
You'd hope.
I
Well-
hope teams don't pay that. Are you kidding me?
I mean, that's how everyone tries to set up, though. You try to get
Okay,
way
but look
more
at his
than what.
injury history. He's been in the league for what, 4
Oh,
years?
I don't
He's
think
already
Wentz
had
is worth a
torn
third.
MCL, a fucking meniscus.
No, I'd say Wentz is worth a third, but
I would say if you're the Broncos and you need a quarterback, you go the Matthew Stafford route. He's been reliable every year in and year out. Von Miller in a pick for maybe Stafford and like a lower pick, like swap rounds maybe. I mean, obviously Stafford's way more valuable than Von Miller is at this point. You guys doing what, shadow boxing or whatever?
I don't know. We're just fucking around.
With my argument with Wentz not even being worth a third is because you have a lot of baggage that comes with it, and we're not even sure towards the end of the season. I think if he takes one hit the wrong way, it could be his career. If he gets one more leg injury, he's done.
It could be very well be that. But like, here's the thing: is this would have been the year for him to get injured, and he didn't.
I know.
He got hit a ridiculous amount this year, and he is still able to play football.
I'm sure he's probably pissed about that too.
But it's like, how much more is he gonna be able to take before his brain just turns to mush from all the friggin' head injuries he's gonna get?
6. All right. Next game, and I think really the last game to talk about was the first one on Monday night. Yes, the Washington football team upsets Pittsburgh. Woo! Also, note on this game, if I was fucking anyone in the Washington franchise / Chase Young, I would have been pissed at the Mike Tomlin comment he gave him. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I thought it was. I don't ever want to stoop that.
I don't ever
be
want
that
to
bad.
lose enough to get a guy like you. Like, what the fuck? Fuck you, guy. All right? Fuck you, Tomlin.
Yeah, dude, Mike Tomlin. Yeah, you can suck a dick, bro.
No, I mean, I get what he's trying to say. Just the choice of words was like, why not say, damn, I wish I had that draft pick because I would definitely want a guy like you on my team.
Or say he's like you say he's like a great talent or anything. But
No,
say,
literally,
like, yeah, I don't want to
this
lose
is how
enough
you
to
say
get
it.
you.
This is how you say it. I don't ever want to be in the position to draft you, but goddamn, are you a stud of a player? That's all he had to say.
If you're Chase Young on the sideline too, you're like, wait, what? You're trying to process it while in the middle of a football game. You're like, what the fuck did this guy just say to me?
If you're Chase Young and Mike Tomlin says that about you, and then you go out and you upset his undefeated team, I'd be like,
shit.
¿Qué cosa?
¿Qué cosa?
Que cosa.
¿Qué cosa? Yeah, no, that didn't sit well with me, and I'm glad they won. I think this was the game to lock Alex Smith as comeback player of the year too.
100%. Honestly, I've been seeing. I'm sure you guys have seen it too. That just the rumor and joke floating around that the name should be changed to Alex Smith, comeback player of the year. I would 100% support that. That man has gone through literally a hell of a last couple of years. His leg almost had to be amputated. Coming back, taking the starting role.
I don't necessarily disagree with you, but to name it after someone who came in later in the year and made a losing team decent, you'd at least have to fucking make it through a championship. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
that's a good point.
But
again, I mean, whether that's the case or not, I had nothing but respect for him. He came back from one hell of an injury.
Oh, yeah.
Sat on the bench respectfully. And then his time came and he said, oh, let's go, let's go fuck some people up. And look at that. They took down.
He was bleeding. He had Schilling syndrome.
Yeah.
You
want to talk about Kurt Schilling 2.0 right there?
That was 10 times more blood.
Yeah, and he's not going to rob the state of Rhode Island.
We won't get into that.
We won't deep
You guys know
dive
what I'm
into
talking
that
about,
one.
right? You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the video
the
game
video
studio.
game.
Good thing, yeah.
I still don't understand that whole story. How the hell did Rhode Island have to pay for that?
Because they paid for him to. All right, so for anyone who doesn't know, Kurt Schilling decided when he retired he wanted to open a game studio. Rhode Island offered him a ton of tax breaks / incentives / anything else under the stipulation that he would keep it in Rhode Island. Production would be helped in Rhode Island to create jobs, and like there was a couple other things that stemmed from it that would have related to Rhode Island. He went bankrupt real quick, and
real quick.
asked for more money. Rhode Island was like, no, we don't have more money. He's like, all right, well, I'm bankrupt. And they was like, all right, cool. And now Rhode Island's in bankruptcy.
Yes. Yeah, it's fun. It's great.
Kurt Schilling ruined an entire state.
Yeah.
Granted, one of the smallest states, but an entire state nonetheless.
Rhode Island.
Little Rhodey. Fucking bastard.
But Rhode Island's not is it the smallest?
Second smallest.
Yeah, I thought Delaware was the smallest.
After Texas?
Yeah. The Lone Stars.
It's a really small star. All right, and then fucking Lamar Jackson beat
really
the Cowboys.
low
What a shock. All right, moving on. Week 14, boys. Oh, Jesus Christ. I went to the wrong thing. All right, week 14, boys. So let's talk about the game in hand tonight, 8:20 on Fox, NFL Network, Amazon, Yahoo Sports via words are hard, via NFL Network. The Patriots are going to LA for a Super Bowl rematch.
Oh, God. No, it's not. It's not a Super Bowl rematch.
Yeah, it is.
No,
There's going to be no points on the board, and it's just going to be two defenses going at it.
No, it's not.
We got some mixed reviews here.
Yeah, I don't.
Literally, all the Rams have to do is make Cam Newton throw it. That's
right.
3 interceptions right there.
The Rams have the 4th best rushing defense in the league. This is going to be a shit show of a game for the Patriots.
Where's the best Russian defense, though?
Yeah.
What?
Moscow, nothing. Okay. Well, here's my biggest question coming into this is we've talked about this too, I think. You don't know what Patriots team you're getting. They lose the games they're supposed to win. They win the games they're supposed to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Where do they stand with the Rams right now? Because the Rams are the hot team. Is this a game they're going to win? Is this a game they're going to completely shit the bed on?
I think they shit the bed. I really do. I'm I called this is obviously weeks ago, but I had a gut feeling about the Rams. I was right. I have another gut feeling this week that the Rams are going to kick the Patriots' ass, and I think it's going to happen. I don't think it has anything to do with Jared Goff. I think it's that running back committee that they have there of Malcolm Brown. Cam Akers has been showing up recently, which is very scary.
Fucking finally, Jesus Christ!
I know. I've been waiting for fucking Cam Akers to pop up, but yeah, no, I'm not liking the Patriots' chances in this game. I'm really not.
Christopher, counterpoint.
Especially after only having 3 days.
You're not Christopher.
I said Christopher. Oh,
shut up.
Oh, I was just first of all, I was finishing my point, bitch. All right?
Doesn't matter. Christopher, counterpoint.
Bitch. I think this is probably going to be the closest game to that exact Super Bowl. I think it's just going to be a defensive match. I think Cam Newton's going to play like shit. Honestly, I hope Nick Folk is on his game tonight because that leg's going to be hurting tomorrow. He's going to be kicking a lot of field goals. And I think the Pats probably get a narrow victory, but not by much. I think it's going to be a real tight game. I think it's just going to be 2 defenses going at it. The Rams have a pretty easy game plan on defense. Make Cam throw it. That's literally, if Cam throws great tonight, then the Rams are like shit. But they have enough evidence to say that Cam does not throw amazing, and he's not good at making those throwing decisions. So I think that's their best game plan. With the Pats, if that defense and special teams comes up like it did last week, I think they can shut this Rams offense down as well and maybe take a couple picks to the house, maybe get a good punt return. Definitely not a touchdown again, but it's going to be close.
I'm going to side with Chris. I think it's going to be close, but I think it's going to be a loss.
a loss.
just-
I'll accept the loss too, but
I have
think it's gonna
that
be
gut
real
feeling. You have to
close.
look at all sides of the ball. I mean, yeah, the Patriots will probably win special teams. I mean, that's a given every week.
What part of your gut is feeling it?
What part of
What
my
I need
gut?
to know. Yeah, you have a gut feeling. What part
yes,
of
A
your
lot of
gut?
gut.
What do you mean? What part of my gut?
You
What
have
part
a
of your
gut
gut,
feeling.
Zach?
What part of your gut, dude?
God
All of
damn
the
it.
guts. Every single part.
All of the
All
gut.
of the guts.
All of it.
All the guts.
All the gut things.
Indigestion.
Diarrhea.
Probiotics.
Yogurt.
Yogurt. All right. Any more points?
Yes,
Fucking
no.
do
Well, I was
something.
gonna say, like, the Rams. Yes, the Patriots defense has been playing better recently.
Allegedly.
It's about that time of the year where they start regressing.
All I'm saying is don't trust Zach's colon.
Yeah, why don't
Got it.
trust Zach's colon? It's only the
Zach's got the most reliable colon in the biz. I'm gonna start making Zach
I
lock
actually
picks.
do. You want to know why? Because if we were actually
Oh.
keeping up with the amount of picks that we made, I'd be in first place by a lot.
Yeah, Drew was keeping up with you for a bit, but then Drew missed a week, and then I just stopped fucking counting him. If I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, like I said.
Well, then we
that's
switched
switched
whole
over
fucking
to
matter.
we
So
started
it's-
talking about every
Go pick
game.
week 5.
Yeah.
The Rams against the Bucks. I took the Rams and you took the Bucks. So I don't want to hear it. All right, the gut has never lied. The gut has never lied.
Are you sure? What about if you went for a fart and it wasn't?
Yeah. What if it was a fart and it, you know?
That's not a lie. It's like a mislead. It's like, oh, all right, like.
No, Judge. I didn't lie to you. I misled you. It's
Yeah.
different.
I didn't lie in the court of law. I just
Technically, there's
misled
nothing
you
about
to believe.
misleading you in the Bible.
It's an omission of fact, and the fact was that I shit my pants.
So it's a lose-lose scenario. Why can't you just call it a lie?
Well, it's not a lose. It's loose, like loose stool. Because
If you have shit in
It's
your
a
pants,
loose-lose.
it's most likely.
it's a loose scenario. Yes, you're right.
All right,
Zach,
so
most open colon in the game. All right. Fucking
Gang.
Jesus Christ. Minnesota at Tampa Bay. This one actually could be surprising.
I think this one's going to be a lot closer than people give it.
Once again, the Tampa Bay is another team that we don't know who they're putting out on the field.
I think.
Mhm.
I mean, I feel like the offense for Tampa will be okay this week. I think maybe the defense is going to have a little, couple issues. I think Dalvin Cook is going to be a huge issue for them. Also, Justin Jefferson, the fucking
Oh.
easily rookie of the year. Easily rookie of the year.
Over J Herb? Over to Herb?
Yes, I would say over J Herb. I would, because he's coming into a scenario.
you would or your colon would?
He comes
What
in.
would
as
your
the second-
colon do, Zach?
What would my colon do? My colon.
Follow your colon.
Does your colon say Justin Jefferson? I don't know how the human body
like
works.
that, but okay.
Your colon has an adorable little voice.
Yeah, I know it's adorable. Well, I mean, I just feel like Justin Jefferson is the first rookie since Randy Moss to have over 1,000, receiving yards, and it's week 13.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like he's probably going to hit 1,300. He's been the Vikings' leading receiver all season. He's number 2 overall in receiving yards. I mean, as a rookie, he's right behind Tyreek and DK.
I don't have any statement to say about it. I love Justin Jefferson coming
No,
into
yeah,
it.
Filthy.
Yeah.
And
it's
I just-
ridiculous what that man is producing.
right. And I think that, looking at that, like,
Are you talking about Zach's colon again?
That too.
I know
That
what
too.
the
That's
title
why I
of
don't
this
trust it.
episode already. I already know what the title of this episode's going to be.
Something about colons. I don't know what yet.
It's the Zach's colon episode.
Don't trust the colon.
Ooh, might be gut check to the colon.
Gut check. Zach's colonoscopy episode.
Mm,
It's just
Okay,
a
I'll
20-minute
work
there's
around
gonna be a
something, but that's
20-minute
not-
clip later on for everyone, guys.
There's-
It's going to be a picture of my starfish. That's it. Enjoy.
If you pause the video right now, there's a picture of a star
It's
of
like,
Zach
what's
star.
going on? We just are like,
He's
I don't
gonna
know.
flash on the screen.
Yeah. Flashing lights.
your colon tell you to do
Never
that.
again.
Yeah. All right. Whatever.
Your colon's a goddamn liar, Zach.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me JJ as rookie of the year. I'd take him over J Herb, unfortunately.
I'll take that too, but the NFL doesn't think like that.
I know.
They're always going to take QB over.
I know. I agree with you. I was gonna say that too.
Happened last year.
Yeah.
I still think AJ Brown should have been MVP.
Yep.
Or rookie of the year, sorry.
Agreed.
Also, actually, as a whole, the Vikings have done a phenomenal job drafting, at least in 2020. I mean, they got that kid Dantzler too. I just had to look up his name, but Cam Dantzler's been a lockdown defensive back,
Which is good for them because they've had very mediocre cornerbacking play from Xavier Rhodes.
No, oh my, wait, no, yes,
Yeah.
what? Yeah, what? Yeah, but right now Dantzler's been third in overall grade by PFF.
Xavier Rhodes is on the Colts. I know that, but I'm saying the past.
I always get them fucking.
Yeah, no. But for the past couple of years, Xavier Rhodes has just been on a sharp downturn as far as like defensive play. So it's good that they have someone else that can step in and actually do their job.
Thank God. A couple of really good young defensive backs in this one. Actually, might have a matchup here with Winfield, but I think I'm gonna give it to Minnesota in this one on a tight one. Give it to Uncle Kirk.
Yeah, I think that Dalvin Cook's gonna give that Tampa defense fits. I think that it's gonna be what Bucs defense shows up. If they can shut down Dalvin Cook, I think it's gonna limit Kirk, and I think that Tampa will win, but I don't think Tampa will show up. I don't think I think the offense will show up. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I just don't think that Tampa's defense will be able to keep up with Dalvin.
I don't think Tampa's defense is going to be able to keep up with the diversity of their offense, which I think I've already said this year. But Dalvin Cook's a different breed of running back. And then between Thielen and Jefferson, it's how do you even try?
And I've just been looking. I obviously have Dalvin on my fantasy team, so I've been watching him the past couple of games, and he's frustrated. So I'm looking for him to take it out this week.
So
you want Dalvin Cook to whip it out.
I think the Tampa Bay defense is definitely going to struggle, but they're coming off the bye week, so I have a feeling Tampa Bay might take this.
Okay.
My colon is just speaking to me and telling me.
Fine.
Zach's colon is speaking to you and telling
you. Yeah, I can hear it from here.
Gut checks work. Gut checks work.
That's what all the way from baby's gut check.
From Lynn to Marlboro, I can just hear it creeping that 75-mile drive.
Next game, I'm gonna just roll off that. We got the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. Don't really care about that one. I think the Cardinals should handle well. We'll fucking see. If the Giants end up winning this one, holy shit.
All right. Okay. Here we go. Bull take Wednesdays. If the Giants beat the Cardinals, Giants Super Bowl winners this year. Going for it. They're gonna roll. Colt McCoy's gonna bring them to the promised land. It's happening. Perfect time. There we go.
Jesus.
Easiest way to get Chris back on the podcast is just make some bullshit.
Talk about Giants Super Bowl.
Talk about Colt McCoy and anything. I feel like.
All right, Kansas City at Miami. This one actually might be interesting to see if Miami's defense can withstand Patrick Mahomes. I don't think they can. I think they still have a lot to work on, but it'll be fun to watch.
Yes. I think this is probably one of the better games to watch.
Oh, no. Hold on. Zach's got a whiff of something. I think his colon's speaking to him, Chris.
Yeah. Or just sneezed on his microphone.
Yeah, I can't imagine it smells good.
That's rank. Oh, that's a rank. I smell an upset.
Wow, you're smelling Miami going.
I love how James knew exactly where I was going. Chris is like, what's going on right now?
I thought you were gonna say you smell a dub, but you think Miami's gonna pull off that upset?
I think that Miami is. Are they in Kansas City or Miami?
They're in Miami.
They're in Miami. Okay.
They're in Hard Rock. Yeah.
They're in Hard. Oh yeah.
The spread is 7.
Yeah. Well, Tua's gonna be hard as a rock after that dub. All right. So it's happening. What? You can't play off the safety name? Come on.
What does Tua having an erection have to do with anything?
How confident is your colon in this? I need to know.
How confident is your colon in Tua's fucking erectile ability?
100. 100.
Out of what?
7.
The numbers don't add up, but you heard it here first.
The numbers,
Out of
Mason.
7. That's
What
how
do
much
they
I like
mean?
this game.
Zach's colon is predicting a beautiful
No,
upset.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like Miami's been on kind of a downturn. I don't know. I've seen some things in Kansas City that I don't like. Yes, they're 11-1, but they're a very beatable 11-1 team. I think Miami's got the defense to kind of limit what Kansas City has. It's very hard to say that because they have a lot of weapons.
Oh yeah.
Yep. But the Raiders were able to do it. I think Miami has a better defense than the Raiders do. I think they will be able to limit that team. And, Kansas City's defense hasn't been the best either. I mean, they have a good running defense, but that secondary hasn't been that great all year. Actually, no, other way around.
No.
Your colon's lying to you.
Your colon's fucking flipping around, Zach.
Their secondary's been okay, but their running defense has been an issue.
All right. Let's keep pushing here. What else do we got? Because I don't know if I can agree with you on that. I see what you're saying. I see the bounce back, but
Colts at Raiders might be a good game.
You don't have to agree with me, but
I went ahead.
I smell it.
Head far.
Smell it.
You went ahead far, but you might not be wrong because Dallas versus Cincy is going to be a fucking dumpster fire.
I don't
Tennessee,
want to watch
Jacksonville could actually be interesting. Jacksonville could get their second
I
win.
think we're missing the biggest headline out of that game. It's the Andy Dalton revenge game, guys.
Okay. Next.
It's not worth watching.
No, of course.
Houston at
Tennessee
Chicago.
versus Jacksonville is. How do you not take Tennessee here?
Every 10 I see. Denver at Carolina. Don't
doing?
care. The Jets going into Seattle. Please, Seattle, don't get beat by 2 New York teams.
Well, Jay Crowder is out, so that's probably not gonna happen.
Yes. Denzel Mims also out.
Ooh,
So-
that's also a big one.
Yeah, so that's 2. They have
Denzel
Brashad
Mims has
Perriman.
been quietly good this year.
Sneaky good. He's shown
Let's
some
talk-
bright
let's talk about
spots.
that. I want to talk about Denzel Mims for like a couple minutes here.
Yeah, let's hype up Denzel.
He's been like quietly good on a team that hasn't won a game. I feel like it's impressive. I feel like the Jets wide receivers have been putting up pretty good numbers for having very, very inconsistent quarterback play from Joe Flacco and Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I mean, Denzel's route running has been phenomenal, which I thought was going to be an issue coming into it. His ability to get separation's been fucking outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
It's all coming down to who throws. And I think next year, when we're talking about it, Denzel might be a top 10 wide receiver.
He could be. I think he's got the the God-given talent. He seems like like you said, he's got that wide receiver tree down.
Mm-hmm.
He's got good separation, and it's really hard to do given you're on the Jets.
Yeah.
I don't really, I mean, I don't think being on a team impacts your ability to get separation. It 100% does if you're on the worst team in the league and literally everyone's like, all right, so who are we going to cover? I feel like the defense is just like, all right, cool. Like, I'm going to chill and like you go get this one guy. Everyone else is broken. So, I mean, like, what else are they supposed to do?
Honestly, no, you're right. And like you said, shout out Denzel for being a bright spot in a bad team.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
All right. Indy and Vegas. I think Chris is right. This will be a good game. Another team we don't know. 2 very surprising points. Like we already talked about the Colts being able to surprise with the running back and the Raiders being able to surprise with not knowing who the fuck is going out there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a weird team.
It's a weird team. We've seen some bright spots from Derek Carr. We've seen some lows from Derek Carr.
Yes.
Josh Jacobs has been great.
Mm-hmm.
Henry Ruggs, spotty at best.
Darren Waller has been amazing.
Yeah, you're going to eat that take. Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Another one
Yeah,
about
hey, I said it too. I thought he was going to be a bust this year because of all the options that they had, but Henry Ruggs has not panned out at all.
I don't think it's necessarily Henry Ruggs hasn't panned out yet. I think it's what's up, Chris?
I'm out.
All right. Hey,
I gotta fly. Sorry, boys, but yeah, make sure Zach's colon does the rest of the talking.
Any last colon thoughts?
I think we should call this episode Colon Talks.
We're never calling an episode Colon Talks. I can almost promise you that. All right, Chris. See ya. Bye.
No, I
Say goodbye
think
to the audience.
Goodbye, audience.
Kick him. Hurry up.
Thanks
Hurry
for
up.
listening
Hurry up. Where's
to
his name? Where's
BOTA
Super Chat?
Sports.
Hurry up. Where's his
Um,
Super Chat?
Stay
I don't-
Christy. I don't
Put him
know.
in the waiting room. Panic button. Nice.
James.
Now it's Zach and James, baby. ADHD especial.
All right, fuck it. We're talking about spinach.
Welcome to Spinach Chat. Your
Yeah.
fucking iron levels are low.
Hey,
you
remember
idiot.
oats? Yeah, we're not sponsored by that
Fuck it.
anymore.
Oats,
Spinach.
dumb. Beans,
Beans,
dumb.
Spinach.
Spinach,
You
in.
heard it here first.
Stock up. Spinach. Who OP? Spinach.
Bulk it. Out of a can. Popeye style, bitch.
Oh, dude, that
All right.
actually sucks. I was gonna show Chris something. All right, we'll get into who OP later.
Yeah.
So, who do you take in this Vegas Indy matchup?
I honestly like even if we get like the good Vegas team that we've seen, I still think Indianapolis wins. I think Indy's defense is too good. I think they have that three-headed monster in the backfield. I just think it's going to be too much for a defense that's been really inconsistent. And I would say they've been inconsistent because they've had so many rotating parts because of COVID, because of injuries.
That's what we were talking about before. Henry Ruggs. All right, keep going.
Right.
We'll go back to that.
Yeah, we'll get back to that. But
Yeah.
I think to your point, I'll switch over to the Henry Ruggs, Darren Waller thing. That I just think that Derek Carr's found his safety blanket, and I absolutely think it's Darren Waller. I thought maybe last year would be like that one year because he didn't have a lot of options. So obviously Waller was getting most of the receptions. I thought maybe, he would be more of a wide receiver quarterback and go back to that because he loved Amari Cooper. He loved Michael Crabtree in that whole, situation. I think he's modified his playing. I think it's benefited him for the most part. I mean, he's having a really good year. He's been inconsistent, but it's been a good year for Derek Carr. I mean,
It's fair. Yeah, as far as stat wise goes,
stat wise, it's been good. Obviously, the record is not where he thought he wanted it to be. No. I guess I don't know, but yeah, I think he's he's looking for Darren Waller at every play. I think that's it.
So I think when it comes back to the Ruggs conversation here, or we're going to bring it back to the Ruggs conversation here, I think they knew, like, picking him first round, he's a project player. He was a boom guy. He wasn't like a refined route runner. He wasn't like any of that. He was a boom receiver. So buying into a guy like that and expecting him to fucking shine his first year, not fair.
So here's my question. Why go for a guy like that when you're looking at all the other talent around the league that was drafted, even in the first round? JJ was there. Judy was there. You know what I mean? Like all those options were there. Why not go for one of them? Why go for Henry Ruggs, draft him 10th overall, and he hasn't contributed? I mean, I understand. It's a lot of pressure to put on a rookie, that gets, you get drafted, and then 3 months later, you're expected to make a big contribution on a team that's looking for a playoff push. It just, I mean, look at, see, I don't know, because the Raiders weren't expected to like be in this position. I would say, you know what I mean? I would say
that's fair. Yeah.
I would say, like, looking at the rookie wide receivers and where they were drafted, I would say maybe the only wide receiver that was put in position that was like, okay, like we expect you to do good because we're a playoff team is probably the Vikings. I would say Justin Jefferson is probably the only wide receiver that had the expectations to go in and be playing for a winning team. I mean, and that's what I thought. I mean, obviously it changes year to year. The Vikings
make an argument for CD, but
you can that's fair. That's fair. Okay, I guess I forgot about CD, but well, let's also I like looking back on it now and seeing their, everyone's product, all the first round or just the wide receiver draft, that their production, like it's obvious to me that Justin Jefferson has obviously been consistent every single week. Like CD has a good game here and there, but he's not consistent, and that's okay because obviously he's a rookie and he's had 5 different quarterbacks. So
right.
So I think people looking at CD and saying, "Oh, well, he's not as as productive." I think don't read into it too much because he hasn't had a consistent quarterback since week 2 or week 3 or whatever. I don't know what week did Dak get hurt.
4.
Yeah, so like whatever week that was. So yeah, I mean,
Spooky.
I would say CD had a good year as having a good year, but I feel like he would be up there with JJ if they had consistent quarterback play.
I think that's fair. As I mean, we saw bright spots with CD. Him and Dak obviously had the tangible
the
chemistry.
Atlanta game,
Mm-hmm.
that comeback. Yep. Yeah, but sorry, back to the fucking
back to the Raiders.
Back
Here
to
we
the
go.
Raiders. You can get it, but I mean, still relatable because first round draft talent. But yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people are probably disappointed with Henry Ruggs, but seeing how everyone else panned out in the league, I mean, just on production from this year, obviously JJ's 1. I would take CD 2, and then between Judy and Ruggs, like who would you take? Like if you were redrafting, if you were the Raiders, and you saw their production, right? Obviously, you'd want Justin Jefferson as your pick. You'd want to redo that,
right?
Or at least for right now. Obviously, we don't know how it's going to pan out. For right now, you'd want JJ, but would you rather have Jerry Jeudy right now, or would you rather have Henry Ruggs?
Jerry Jeudy.
You'd rather have Jerry Jeudy.
Not even a question. Even going into the draft, I thought Jerry Jeudy was the receiver. And oh yeah, what the fuck? I forgot about that. Hold on. This actually might be something crazy.
Well, anyways, I'll continue while you talk.
No.
What?
Not only so Henry Ruggs was the first receiver off the board.
Yes.
Right.
First overall receiver off the board.
They could have looped back and still got Justin Jefferson.
Right, and they didn't.
Yeah, they still had another pick ahead of that, and they had 2 opportunities, and they didn't get them. Which, I mean, it's always easier to say in hindsight, like, "Oh, you could have."
Well, right, but once I figure once you draft that receiver, you're like, all right, I probably have to go to another position or whatever. So it's understandable why they didn't draft 2 wide receivers in a row because they had a lot of holes to fill in that team. But I mean, I think if you're looking at it strategically, and Ruggs is like kind of that player that's gonna need, a little bit of transition help, a little bit of building up. He's a project player. If you need to fill a hole, why are you drafting him at that spot?
Makes no sense.
Because my feeling is that they probably could have gotten him lower. They probably could have drafted him at that second spot because it seemed like Denver knew where they were going. Dallas knew where they were going. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
and they ended up just getting the burner who, like I said, thought he wasn't a refined player. But here we are.
Right. And I don't, that's not what Derek Carr needs at this point. But anyways, go ahead.
I'm looking at the second round from this previous year, and I forgot there were some straight star names that were in the second round.
I know.
Lead it off with T. Higgins, Michael Pittman, Swift.
Yep.
Duggar hasn't really done anything. Xavier McKinney's been non-existent. I don't think he's actually played a snap yet.
No, I think he has.
No, he has 2 games. Yeah, so he's played recently. Jonathan Taylor, LaVisca Chenault.
Yes.
Cole Kmet hasn't done anything. Antoine Winfield. Fucking KJ Hamler, Chase Claypool, Trayvon Diggs, Cam Akers, Jalen Hurts, who's been fine, J.K. Dobbins, Denzel Mims, AJ.
That second round wide receiver draft too, fire.
Insane.
But hey, guess what? As a Patriots fan, I'm so glad they didn't draft any one of them.
No.
Any one of them.
Duggar, who's been
literally
injured.
Any one of those wide receivers would have been fine.
You got Duggar,
except for Henry Ruggs, but I didn't want Henry Ruggs in the first place.
No, you got Duggar.
Yeah, who hasn't done shit?
You traded back for Duggar.
Oh my God, why?
Bill
Belichick, amazing coach, terrible GM. Terrible.
Yeah, it might not be the worst idea to pass that off, but that's a whole nother conversation. We have talked about the fucking Raiders and
I know
fucking Colts for too long. Washington, San Francisco, that's going to be fun to watch. The who's the better edge rusher battle. Bosa, oh, never mind. Awkward. Next, we're going to move on. I forgot he was injured. New Orleans at Philly. Potentially Drew Brees is back this week for that one. I'm gonna take New Orleans either way.
I'm going New Orleans. I think even with Taysom Hill, they're gonna fucking kill the Eagles.
Yo, choke battles on, baby. Atlanta versus the Chargers.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Something's gotta give. Something's gotta give. Something's gotta
Not
give.
necessarily. They could tie, baby.
Yeah, if that happens, then the world burns.
I'm gonna take.
I don't know who to take. I don't know who to take.
I don't know.
I feel like this is one of the first true toss-ups this year.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you're
go.
like-
I'm gonna
you're
go
about
with
to have
the
a-
Falcons.
You're gonna go with the Falcons.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I honestly don't. The Falcons defense is so bad, and the Chargers defense is so bad. But both offenses could have a day, but both offenses could be inept. So I don't know. I don't.
Toss up.
You really don't know what team you're getting whenever you see the Falcons or, the Chargers. I'm gonna say the Falcons have been having good games recently. Their offense has been putting up numbers. The Chargers just got shut out last game, so I'm gonna take the Chargers.
Okay, bounce back game.
I think you're gonna see a flip flop. Honestly, I think maybe the Falcons struggle a little bit. The Chargers have a nice bounce back game.
All right. I don't
I
know.
don't think the J Herb we saw last week is the real J Herb. Will the real
No.
J Herb please stand up?
And grow your hair back up.
Yes, please. Yes.
The
Dear God.
Packers are going into Detroit for the last 4:00 game on the slate.
Yeah, and they're
I'm gonna
rolling.
take the
They're
Packers.
rolling out with Ford Motors.
Strong.
Oh yeah. Yep. Give me
Yeah.
Devontae
Sorry,
Adams.
Swifty.
Yeah, DeAndre. I feel bad for you because you're good, and I also feel bad for Matt Stafford. But everyone else on that team, no.
Kenny Galladay. I'll take the.
Not even Kenny. He hasn't been good
No.
this year.
Kenny.
Sorry, TJ. Also TJ.
Hawk. Oh.
Yeah.
I was thinking Watt, and I was like, what?
Oh no.
Yeah, Hawk. Sorry about him.
Yeah. Do you know how many touchdowns Devontae has on the year? By the way,
7.5.
no, 13.
That was close.
He has a touchdown per game this season.
Number one, baby. He should be.
Yeah, he real good. The fact that he's not on 99 watch on Madden is actually kind of sad.
Yeah, but Travis Kelce is fuck me.
Well, yeah, but Travis Kelce's also having a fucking ridiculous.
Also deserves to be in the 99.
Yeah, he does.
To be
Yeah.
perfectly
Not,
fair.
no, we don't. We're not doing addition by subtraction here. We're doing addition by also addition, James.
The Sunday night game is actually going to be a fucking blast. I'm very excited for this one. I think we previewed it a little bit ago. We might have talked about this between just you and me, Zach. But Pittsburgh, Buffalo. Two AFC.
Yes, I'm
beasts.
excited for this game. Obviously, Pittsburgh's going to be pissed because they lost to the Washington football team. They lost to a Snyder pretzel-led team. All right, like that's brutal.
Oh, I get it, Dan Snyder.
Yeah,
that's
Dan
a good one, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it. Hats.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know, but the Bills have just been surprising me around every corner. 9-3. They're a solid team. Like I said, the defense hasn't been as good as last year, but they've gotten the job done in every game they've needed to. That offense just continues to roll. Stephon Diggs is having a phenomenal year. What?
Nothing.
All right. I don't know, man. This is brutal. Are they in Pittsburgh or are they in Buffalo?
They are in Buffalo.
They're in Buffalo. They're at New Era. That's tough. I don't know.
Do it.
I want to so bad.
Do it.
What's the spread? Give me the spread.
I don't know
want
what
all
the
the
fucking spread is, Zach. God damn it. I wasn't ready.
Your legs.
Oh, nice. Zach's calling. NFL. Hold on. The spread is 1.5 to Buffalo.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. I don't know. That's tough. I mean, I feel like if I was betting, I'd pick the Steelers, but I want to so bad.
I'm gonna take the favorite.
I want to. Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna say that the Bills are able to capitalize on that weekend.
Yes.
That
I'm not
beating
the
up.
only one.
I'm gonna take the Bills here.
Give me the Bills, baby.
It's tough. It's gonna
so
be a
hard.
fun game.
It's such a tough game to call. Such a tough game. But I don't know, man. They just have that swagger. Like I love what the Steelers are doing this year is great. but they haven't played good football the past 5 weeks. They've just gotten by on most of the teams.
They've run by the skin of their teeth.
They really have. I mean, they really have. I would say their best game in that stretch is against the Ravens, and the Ravens didn't even show up.
No. And it all started with the Dallas game, right? Wasn't that the kickoff to be like, oh my God, could they? And then eventually.
I think it was a little before that. There was another game they played before that was like, okay, whatever. Like, you know, they should have beaten the team, and they did. They barely did, but I mean, they beat them. So, yeah, give me the Bills. I think the Bills are playing money football against big time teams. Look at obviously the Cardinals game. They played money ball up until the end, obviously, but you know, they're literally one play away from being a 10-2 team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they were beating the Cardinals for most of the game until they just kind of, gave up. But they beat the Seahawks already this year.
They got nuked.
They did get nuked. That was. I mean, say what you will about the Cardinals. What the fuck was that?
Found a knife.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I don't know. Give me the Bills. Give me the Bills in a close game. I don't know. Yeah, give me the Bills. Fuck it.
Bills. I don't know if that's her saying. Bills.
All right. How about this? The Bills win. You get to slam me through a table. Bills Mafia. Bills Mafia out there. Your boy Soggy. Slam through a table if you guys win this game. So you better hope your boys win.
Should went win and cover. Really covered your ass, but all right, if they just win.
Nah. Now I like to live by the edge of my colon. All right.
You. Last game and the one I'm most excited for. The Baltimore Ravens step into First Energy Stadium and take on the Red Hot Browns. Oh, Zach's had some Red Hot Browns already this episode.
Most definitely.
The Ravens, except for last game, once again, they played the Cowboys. Don't fucking look into that too much.
Yeah,
have been on the downward trend. The Browns have been on the upward trend.
Like I said, Ravens, big time drop off from that AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Big time.
Big.
Didn't they start 5-1 too?
Yes.
So literally, and this is at Ravens fans. I'm looking directly into your soul. You are the Bears of the East.
Ooh, that sucks. But
you're the Bears of the East. How does that make you feel right now as a Ravens fan? Brutal.
I don't think we have any Ravens fans that follow
us. And that's fine. But I'm just saying, I know what your comeback. Well, the Patriots aren't that good this year either. Well, that's okay because we lost a quarterback and 10 players to COVID. Your entire team is there. What's up? What you doing? Why are you 6-5? Why are you letting the Browns beat you in your own division? Huh? What's going on?
That is wild, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Monumental.
Fired up, Ravens.
So, yeah, I'm going to say the Browns win.
What?
I'm going to say the Browns win.
I'm going to say the Ravens win.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I hate this goddamn show.
I know you do. It's fine. That's what we're here for.
Love it.
One love.
All right, Zach, should we do a Who OP real quick?
Let's do Who OP.
Hey, Zach.
Hey, what's up, James?
Whomst OP for you this week?
Whomst OP.
Zach, while you're doing that, I would like you to take out your phone and open up Sleeper real quick, and I'll tell you Who OP.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Sleeper is being opened on my cellular device. And where should I be going specifically?
BOTA Boy Dynasty.
BOTA Boy Dynasty. Okay. Whomst OP, James?
My roster for the toilet bowl.
Oh, you're in the toilet bowl. No.
Yeah, baby. I'm in full tank mode.
Buddy. Wait.
No, I've been trying to get there. I've been in full tank.
Have you?
Please look at my roster for the upcoming week.
Is it empty?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Kendall Hinton?
In the flex, baby. He doesn't even get wide receiver spots.
Nah, he's in the flex.
Woo! That's OP, baby. If fucking Chris outscores me or underscores me this week, something went tragically wrong.
If Anyways, well, the funny part is are we in playoff week or is it next
Yeah.
week?
No, we're here.
We're in the
You're on the
playoff.
bye, I think that's why.
What's that?
I think you're on the bye, that's why.
Am I?
Yeah,
Let me
you
look.
and Drew got the bye, no?
No, round 1. Drew's in first place.
Oh.
Yeah, he outscored me this year by 5 points. And now I have to play Royce. And he's playing Kyle.
Ooh.
Brutal turn of events.
Yeah.
For Zachy boy. But that's okay because I'm not playing the toilet bowl.
I'm trying to get that first overall pick, baby.
Chris was in first place for a while and he tanked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then again,
I was sitting mid-bottom.
Yeah, you were.
All my players started coming to like fruition at the end of the year, and I was like, it's too late now.
It's way too late. Well, that's okay. Once it's over, we'll start the trading. Who OP this week, James? Who fucking OP? Give me J Herb. I think J Herb's gonna have a really good week.
Oh, that loud dude, J Herb OP.
Give me that loud. J Herb. Who else OP this week? Tay. Give me Tay. Tay's gonna score another 3 touchdowns this week. Fuck it. Devontae Adams. OP. You got anybody else?
Nah, I'm just
No?
messaging about some dope shit I did. I'll talk about that later. They're not a sponsor. No free ads. Please sponsor us. I'm gonna look into your internet soul. All right. So that's it for us. That's the show. That was a good one. Thank you, Chris, for joining us as a special guest appearance.
Yes.
You know where to find us. We are everywhere. If you're listening to us right now, you fucking nailed it. Congratulations. We're in your ears. We're in your mind. We're in your hearts. Hopefully we're in your hearts. You're in Zach's colon. Deep.
Yes. It's speaking to me right now. It's telling me that I have a fire alarm fire.
At BOTA Sports everywhere. We're trying to get some cool merch up. I might tease some of the designs I made, but probably not.
Yeah, can you send them to me so I can upload them?
Yeah, because we'll talk about that after. Never mind. But
Okay.
yes, absolutely.
Also, if you haven't played Cyberpunk yet, guys, get on that.
Go. Yeah, we got to finish this episode so I can go play Cyberpunk. Don't have to edit it.
Amazing.
Fuck it. Cyberpunk. Don't do anything. Go play Cyberpunk. Drop out of school. Cyberpunk. Fuck you.
Keanu Reeves. Boom.
Stay beautiful, baby. I was waiting for you to say something. I already hit the stay beautiful, and I was just waiting for you to hit it, and you didn't.
I know. Now you look like an idiot because you were like,
because there's a long pause at the end. Like, all right, bye, you.